The 5-door fastback captivates with a unique and vanguard design. The new Volkswagen face with full LED front lights and encompassing bonnet. A stretched, emotional sculpture with classic GT lines. And a masculine, dynamic look and feel due to its 20-inch wheels. The Arteon combines style with functionality. The top-hinged tailgate underlines the elegant car silhouette and improves everyday suitability. The masculine and dynamic appearance of the outside holds even more luggage space on the inside. The Arteon offers excellent room comfort and seating capacity thanks to the long wheelbase. The vehicle is equipped with the newest generation of assistance systems to provide more safety. More safety for other road users, but also more safety for the driver, for instance, in case of an emergency. The interior also impresses with its premium-level appearance, rationality clothed in emotions. Typical Volkswagen. Intuitive usability welcomes every driver. Moreover, the active info display and the center console can be adapted to individual preferences. The 9.2-inch capacitive screen forms the heart of the entertainment system. CarNet and App Connect keep the customer connected with the community. The first continuously adjustable adaptive suspension system offers maximum individualization for any driving condition. Ladies and gentlemen, the Volkswagen Arteon.
The Volkswagen Arteon succeeds the CC as its glamorous passenger flagship. But there's beauty to be found below the skin, too, though the fundamentals of the car are entirely familiar. Turns heads like a GT should. Latest infotainment and active safety tech. Familiar 206 TSI and AWD drivetrain still great. Big boot and ample rear legroom. Cabin very similar to Passat. New head-up display feels tacked on. Rear headroom better than CC, but still limited. Optional 20-inch wheels add road noise. If there's anything lacking within Volkswagen's latest crop of models, it's sex appeal. But the company has parked its normally austere design ethos with the new Arteon Gran Turismo, a German-made flagship successor to the niche CC. And it's high time, given the company's stated aim to become more aspirational, necessitated globally perhaps by range-wide improvements from its Škoda subsidiary, depends almost as much on desirability as elements more quantifiable. And let's forget the Arteon's strategic importance in Australia, where Volkswagen has invested millions in pushing the slogan "Premium for the People." No other car in its range is tasked with exemplifying this concept more, or is better equipped, to do so. Underneath the skin is the same MQB architecture, albeit stretched, as the Passat and Škoda Superb, and there's nothing overly unfamiliar about the cabin's design and layout, or the all-wheel drive and turbo petrol-toting drivetrain. But that body is something out of the box: the sculpted bonnet, pronounced shoulder line, wide stance, fast back tail and classic GT proportions. Finished in gold, red, blue, gunmetal gray or silver, it looks as glamorous as a Passat sedan looks staid. And that's before you add the optional 20-inch charcoal turbine-shaped alloy wheels. Only one variant is available, priced at $65,490 before on-road costs. By comparison, a Passat sedan with the same drivetrain and slightly fewer features costs $57,990, plus $2,000 more for the bigger wagon. For further context, the My 15 V6 powered CC successor costs $66,990. Not bad then. It's a price point rival to entry-grade Audi A5 Sportback, BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe or Mercedes-Benz CLA models, both of which kick off around the same ballpark, though strip away the badges and you'll find the Arteon to be more spacious, and more impressively decked out with tech. The caveat: badges matter to prospective Arteon buyers, and that VW logo ain't as sexy as its fellow Germans. It'll be a tough sell at times. On first impression, the VW's cabin looks familiar to anyone who's spent time in a high-end Passat. Perhaps too familiar. But the 9.2-inch center screen, with great swiping, and nav gesture control, complemented by the digital active info display instruments, are top of class, but not surprising to behold. Ditto the familiar touches like the metal highlights, the way the air vent crossbars continue horizontally along the dash, the analog clock, flock door pockets and group steering wheel. VW is a byword for modular, after all. But don't make the mistake of assuming this is just a Passat in disguise with nothing new inside. There's a pop-up glass head-up display for one, though it's not as slick as a BMW's embedded unit. And there are also Mercedes-style adjustable ambient LEDs in the cabin, though only 3 colors, and an area view camera for challenged parkers. Then there are the classic frameless doors like those from a coupe, or early 2000s Subaru Liberty, gorgeous leather seats that feel like an Italian tycoon's lounge and are heated for front and back seat passengers, and a 50mm longer wheelbase to appease China. In fact, a key point of difference for the Arteon is the fact it comes verifiably loaded with equipment, quite unlike proper luxury cars where expensive options are used as badges of honor and assurances of exclusivity. The only extra cost bits are a $2,500 sunroof, or a $2,500 pack with a better sound system and 20-inch turbine-shaped wheels. Alongside that 9.2-inch center screen, HUD, and brilliant virtual cockpit are driver's seat massage function, proximity key, satellite navigation and app connect, a potent Dynaudio sound system, power folding door mirrors and full LED headlights with dynamic light assist that prevents your high beams from bugging other drivers. VW is clearly also using the Arteon as a rolling test bed for its active driver aids. For one, it's equipped with the VW Group's emergency assist, including emergency lane change assist system. How does it work? It activates when you're using the adaptive cruise control and lane keeping assist systems. The latter nudges you back between the road lines if you stray, in tandem, provided you don't respond to prompting to take over the steering manually. If you don't respond to prompts, the onboard computer decides you may be asleep, or worse. So the car tries to wake you with an intermittent gong, puts the hazard lights on, commences brake and steering jolts, and theoretically keeps you in your lane while mirroring the car ahead's road speed. It then uses its cameras to wait for a gap, indicates, moves over to the far left lane or emergency lane, and pulls the car up to a stop. Not quite fully driverless in all situations yet, but we're getting closer. One caveat: we found the lane assist's cameras picked up clear road markings well, but less used roads or corners tighter than 15 degrees threw the system out and necessitated a manual takeover. The tech needs fine-tuning, though we'd add that similar systems from Volvo, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz have behaved similarly, or worse, when driven by this writer. As befitting its status as a Grand Tourer, the rear legroom is suitable for adults up to 2 meters, though the roofline does reduce headroom compared to a boxier Passat sedan or wagon. There's room for 4 golf bags, matching 4 occupants. The motor-driven hatchback opens high and liberates a colossal 563-liter luggage area that rivals a Skoda Superb, while offering a cargo net and full-size alloy spare wheel, not a common feature for any European brand, mirroring the Passat's spec. While the Arteon's name and look are new, the drivetrain is familiar from the Passat, Superb, Golf R, the list goes on. The 2.0-liter turbocharged petrol 4 makes 206 kilowatts of power from 5,700 RPM and 350 nanometers of torque between 1,800-5,600 RPM. For reference, the old CC's naturally aspirated 3.6-liter V6 made 220 kW/350 Nm, and sounded way better. Volkswagen claims frugal fuel use on the combined cycle of 7.5 L/100 km, and a 0 to 100 km per hour sprint time of 5.6 seconds. Brisk. The engine is mated to a 7-speed wet clutch DSG and a 4-motion AWD system with variable torque distribution. It's not exactly sonorous, but the engine has a super wide torque band that allows effortless cruising and immediate rolling response. The gearbox is crisp once you're on the move and pretty sorted around town, and the AWD gives you immediate traction off the line. Like other premium Volkswagens, the various driving modes that adjust the throttle calibration, gearbox shift points and steering resistance also control the adjustable dampers, ranging from soft in comfort to firm in sport. Not that any car on 19 or 20-inch wheels like this one is ever going to be the final word in plushness. Nevertheless, the Arteon does the comfort thing pretty well, rounding out nibbling, sharp hits and gliding over corrugations without ever feeling prone to wallow about or remain anything other than neutral against lateral loads. The sport setting is a touch firm for this car's core demographic, meaning the middle setting is best. Dynamic gripes are the steering, which, even in its most resistant, heavy, setting, still feels inert and feel free from center, and the slight excess of road roar from the tires over coarse chip roads, which isn't really what you want from a plush GT in this mold. Those criticisms shouldn't detract from what is a very fine car, though. The Arteon's driving experience and cabin layout are pure Passat, meaning above average for the most part. But the feature list is notable despite the creeping price point, if you can reconcile yourself to it, and the exterior design is just fantastic. Any imagined glamour shortage that Volkswagen's hegemonic model range suffers from has been thoroughly scrubbed away by the Arteon, as the name's first 3 letters denote. It's a worthy entrant. Don't expect to see a heap on the roads, but you'll stop and stare when, or if, you do catch a glimpse.